Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coco McMillan Show. You may have seen her in Morocco, New York City, Los Angeles, California, Detroit, Philadelphia, Chicago, Las Vegas, Nevada. One of the background singers for Mickey Howard and the late, great Gerald Levert. Ladies and gentlemen, your host, the beautiful, the wonderful, the spectacular, Miss Coco McMillan.
What's up, everybody? This is Coco McMillan from the Coco McMillan Show. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is the Coco McMillan Show, where we bring some amazing flavor to the virtual talk show circuit, featuring our national and our local musicians and recording artists, business owners, social media gurus, mental and physical health awareness. This show allows the guests the opportunity to come on and talk about their career challenges, what they're doing, their product, their goals, their awareness. It is designed just for you. If you want to be a part of the Coco McMillan Show, please contact us at Coco McMillan at Gmail, Coco McMillan Music at gmail.com, or you can reach me on any of the social media platforms. I am here for you because we have designed this show just for you. We want you to bring your experience and your knowledge to the show because we believe in sharing your journey. I say every week, you don't understand how your testimony, what you've been through, what you experiences, the do's, the don'ts, the no's, the yes, all that can make a difference in someone's life, and it can bless millions of souls out there. So we want to be a blessing to the people out there. We are streaming here on the IBM Network Live. We are on Facebook Live. We're on YouTube, LinkedIn, all that good stuff. If you're in the presence of your home, you can go to your Roku TV and add a channel and go to Pod TV Live. You can watch it right there in the presence of your home, the live show on Roku. So we are just excited of the streaming that we have for you to watch the show. Thank you to everyone that's been watching the show so faithfully out there, just been supporting, and we appreciate that. We appreciate that. We are constantly and always looking for sponsors. So if you want to be a sponsor of the show to run your ads, your commercials, we can do that for you. Please make sure you reach out to us, inbox us, any of that good stuff. We can help you. You can also, if you want to just sow a seed and donate to the show, it takes a lot to make the show work. So if you want to be a supporter of the show, we really appreciate it. Any amount will help. So you can cash us at $V, that's THE. C is in cat, M is in Mary, S as in Sam. So you can donate there that way as well. But inbox me, let me know that you want to donate to the show, that you want to be a sponsor of the show. Also, put in the comments, in the chats, if you are enjoying the show. We have been bringing some amazing guests to the show, just sharing their expertise, their journey, because again, it helps our brothers and sisters get to where they need to get to. So for all you guys out there watching, if you're watching right now, please like, share, comment. I want to hear from you. I want to hear where you're watching from, what you're doing, all of that good stuff. Kes, I see you out there, Kes. I'm telling you, Kes is probably on here every week. I appreciate your support, sis. That's our Shaw U sister right there. Shaw University in the house. And I appreciate you, Kes, for always tuning in. Anyone out there that's been supporting the show, been watching the show, we appreciate you here on the Coco McMillan Show. So make sure you put your comments and your likes and share the broadcast. Share the broadcast with your family, your sisters, your brother, and let them know, listen, you're about to spend the next hour with your girl, Coco. We are doing some amazing things here. We have some amazing guests that's coming to the show that we don't want to say right now, but just keep watching, stay tuned, because you've seen it in the past. The people that we've had on here, from Kiara Sheard to Luther Barnes, to Shirley Murlock, to Kim Person, Marshetta Parker, Melissa Wade, Jerry Smith, Gene Hopkins. I can go on and on. Sanaya, we have George Michaels. I can just go on. The list goes on. Loretta Holloway. So many people that we've had on this show, and they've truly been a blessing to us. I know one of the particular shows, just kind of going back when Melba Moore was here, just sharing her knowledge and her wisdom with us. I really appreciate that. And Juanita Woodson. We have, the girls. It's just so many people, Gina Law, that have been a blessing to this show. And what I love about it is because when they tell their testimony, when they tell about what they've been through, their challenges, it always even make them stronger, and it helps you, because just like they can do it, you can do it too. So I just want to just challenge you on today. Just speak life into you. We have some guests that's coming on just a little later. But at this moment, I just want to speak to you just candidly. A lot of people have been asking me lately, who are you, Coco? What do you do, Coco? Where did you come from, Coco? All that good stuff. So I just want to share just a little story with you, just all about me. I am your girl, Coco, originally from St. Paul's, North Carolina, born in Brooklyn, New York. My family is there in St. Paul's, in New York City, in New Jersey. I have a loving family. PK, my grandmother, Pastor Alice McMillan. She's no longer with us, her and my grandfather, but she has really instilled in me a lot. Hey friend, how you doing? She's still in me a lot. She just let me know that, God is real. God is real, and he's faithful in everything that he does. Everything that he's doing in your life, he's faithful. My mom and my sister, my brothers, my family, we're a really close family. And my life have been like everybody else. I'm keeping it 100 with you, keeping it real with you. Life has been life. I've had some good times. I've had some bad times. I'm so grateful that God put me on the path, even in high school, just doing music and going on to college and starting off in the bands with Johnny White and the Elite Band. That was my first band in Durham, North Carolina, with the group Actuality. Went on to be with the great late Gerald Levert, which was a blessing to me. Also, Aaliyah. I was with her for several years. And when I think about that, I'm like, oh man, Gerald is not here anymore. Aaliyah's not here anymore. But God still has me here. And I know it's for a reason. I sung background for the late Gerald Levert for 13 years. My girls in front, you saw the video earlier. We came together after 16 years. To come together to do a dedication to Gerald. At that time with Gerald, it was great moments. We learned a lot. We learned how to be strong. We learned how to do our background vocals, to know the lead. So it's so much in music that you have to understand. And it's not all about how well you can sing. It's your personality. It's your character. That means a lot. I've learned that throughout the years. So speaking to all of the upcoming artists, make sure that you don't burn any bridges. Make sure that you are content in what you're doing. Make sure that you're in the woodshed studying not only your part, but the artist, the leader's part as well, because you never know when you come into a situation where you have to step in. So we learned all that with Gerald, just many years of watching him and his dad, Eddie Levert, and Sean Levert and the family. When we were out on tour with Patti LaBelle and Luther Vandross, Anita Baker, Frankie Beverly and Mays, so many people, just being around the character of people, the goats. You learn so much, and humbleness is everything. Please don't act like you have just arrived, because there's always somebody out there just a little bit better, okay? So you have to be humble. I was always in the church, born, raised in the church. Even when I was singing with Gerald, I would come home. Missioners Grove Baptist Church. I love my pastor, Pastor Melvin Jackson, First Lady Jackson. They really supported me even through the journey, because what my pastor said, now everybody didn't support me, okay? Some of the church folks were mad. They couldn't understand why I was on the road with Gerald, and then I'll come back in and be in church. As my pastor would say, listen, that's your job. This is your ministry. You are called for greater. You are called for greater. So when you come home, we feed you, we nourish you. We teach you what you need to know, because it goes beyond Gerald Levert. I didn't understand that, but I still persevered. I struggle with church hurt. I struggle with people being upset with me for no reason. Cass, you know what I'm talking about. If you have any comments, just feel free to comment if you feel what I'm saying, if you've ever been through something like this, when you were hurt by people and you couldn't really understand why, because you didn't do anything that you know of to hurt them. I always try, when I hurt someone or when I think I've done something to someone, to call them to apologize. As bad as it, I don't want to, especially if I say, well, I'm not even wrong about this. But someone have to be the bigger person, because if you don't forgive these people, you cannot move on with your life. You understand? So that hurt that I was feeling every time I would get up there and sing, they were looking at me. Hi, good evening, Judy Favors. Pastor Judy, thank you so much for watching. New Jersey in the house. But during this time, I'm hurt but I'm still up there singing. And I'm asking the question, why? Or I'm saying to myself, I don't have to go through this. I can go somewhere else, or I can do this. But God still said, oh, no, you can't. This is where you need to be. And my pastor supported and always prayed for me. He said, listen, when you on that road, you mind your business. You keep God first. And when I would be on the road and I would just say, okay, guys, come on and pray. They would call me Miss Holy Roly, Miss Holy Roly. Well, actually, Miss Country Holy Roly, because I was the only one from the North Carolina area. Everybody was from either New York, Cleveland. But just the mad respect, after years later, they understood that I wasn't giving up my church. I mean, I'm going to be oily, no matter what I'm singing. You understand? All these songs with Gerald, everywhere, I'm still going to love God. And every time, this is for somebody, every time it was time for me to do a solo, guess what I did? A gospel song. It didn't even matter. And Gerald knew that was going to happen. And so I love and respect him so much that he allowed me to do that. And people knew that I love God. So I started to understand what my pastor was saying, because even though that was a job to me, it was still people out there to touch, even with me bringing the gospel to the show. Time passed. Did this hurt affect me? Yes. Did it take me to a depression or to a mental state where I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to do this anymore. Yes. But I had to stay strong. Thank God for strong people in my life to encourage me. My family, my pastor, some of the church folks. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's why you got to know the word for yourself. That's why you have to have the relationship with God, because you can't depend on people to take you to heaven. You can't. So you have to have this relationship with God. And I always had that no matter what. Was I a saint even on the road? No. Okay? No. I was doing my thing, but I was like, oh Lord, but let me tell you something funny. Let me tell you something funny about this. Even when I tried to do wrong or was out there partying or whatever, they will always call me the party pooper, because they was like, Coco, you messing everything up. Because I was like, oh my God, my pastor gonna kill me. Oh Lord. So look, it just won't happen either way. But I got to experience so many things and get into this last point about my mission, my journey, my assignment. Being with Gerald all those years when I left Gerald to start on my gospel project, all those years I used to ask him, can I leave the camp? Can I go? He would say no. Okay. But that particular year, like in 2000, late 2000, we started talking about it. By 2006, I said, Gerald, I really want to work on my gospel project. He says, okay. I couldn't believe it. So I started working on my project. Then I got bold and said, Gerald, I want you to do a song with me. No, he was going to be like, Coco, really? Because he's Jehovah's Witness. I'm in the gospel. Our religions are different. But it didn't matter because God had already just set the path for me. You understand? So I went to him and asked him, would he do a song with me? He says yes. If you don't have the song, you don't have my album, make sure you go and get the album. You can download it. The name of the song is Making My Way Through the Storm, produced by myself, Gerald Levert, and Tony Edwin Nicholas. He wrote the words to his song, and just listening to him, what he was saying. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. So we did the song. Then it was time for us. I had to go do my stuff. I had to leave the camp. Gerald, can I leave the camp? Yes. Another surprise. So when I left the camp, I started doing my gospel stuff. He called me and asked me to go to South Africa with him. I went to my pastor. All about order, ladies, gentlemen, worship leaders, all about order. I went to my pastor and asked him, could I go? And he said, you're going to be a trailblazer for Gerald. you go. That was the key. Went to South Africa, had a great time. 7 days later, he died. Seven means complete. I was on assignment to get him where he needed to go. So I thank God for just being obedient. So that was for someone out there today to say, follow your dreams. Don't let no one stop you. Don't let no one break you, because what God has for you, it is for you. Ha! That was for you. Thank God. That was for somebody. That was for somebody today. But all right, so we got our guests. We're gonna go on with our guests. But if that was for you, let me know. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Um, we're going to go ahead and start with our guest tonight. I know that Jason's supposed to be here, and also Miss Walker, and I think Miss Walker is here. So I want to go ahead and introduce her tonight. An amazing, a phenomenal lady. She's in the financial empowerment and education advocate. She is the director and founder of Seeds of Fortune Inc., an organization that's combining girl power, financial literacy, career development, higher education pipeline to put financial power back into the hands of women of color. She also worked with teens and young girls, in college about making money, about investing. She created this program in her senior year in college, and she's still working with them. I love that about her. She selected one young world in Forbes and 30 and under. She was also Girl Scout Greater New York, also hosting the blogs and financial coaching. She's a former fellow at Clinton Global Initiative. I just love that everything that she's doing. She is here with us today to give us more about what she's doing and what she's doing with the young women. And I'm so thankful that she is here with us today. Please help me welcome my guest, Miss Natalia Walker.
Hello, how are you today?
I am well. How are you?
I cannot complain. I am preparing for our 10-year anniversary, so I'm very excited about that.
Yes. 10 years. Oh my goodness. So tell us about the 10-year journey that you had, Ms. Walker. The ups, the downs. Did you want to give up? All this stuff. Tell us about your journey.
Yeah, so I started the organization back in the summer going into 2013 with three young ladies who were trying to navigate the college process. And we ran a summer camp, basically like a summer boot camp that allowed them for 3 days to really digest the college application process, but then with the focused lens of getting scholarships to college. Through that, we were able to do some testing, and our first class got about $80,000 in
Wow.
scholarships to attend college. They went to the University of Hartford and ended up in Hampton University. So we were quite excited by the progress. So then we decided to do a second cohort for 2014, going to 2015, and we've been rocking and rolling ever since, for sure.
I love it. That is amazing. So the 10 years, what actual day is it? What's the date of the 10 year?
So the incorporation is October 31st,
Okay.
2014, but we piloted it like I would say a year, like August of 2013 to kind of test it out. So we consider the whole year our celebratory year for sure.
Oh my God, I was so excited. And I love what you're doing. I really love what you're doing, Ms. Walker, with the women. Even when you said you created, let's talk about this program. When you created this program while you were in high school, you was a senior.
I was a senior in college when I created the
Okay.
program. So I had gotten scholarships to my alma mater, Babson College, and it really has provided us the opportunity to be able to see how difficult it can be to finance college. And I had a woman named Phyllis D. Pearson. She was a Girl Scout troop leader. She helped me navigate my way through the scholarship process. That's how I ended up getting the Future Woman of Distinction Award.
Yeah.
And from there, I really like thought about it, prayed about it, and thought that, you know what, I should give something back to my community and teach them the things that Miss Pearson taught me for sure.
Wow, that is awesome. So, with the young women that you work with, do you see any challenges that you face or come across sometimes?
Yeah, definitely. I would say that, there's different challenges. There's like challenges in operating the organization, and then there's obstacles that the students have to go through in their own individual college process and journey.
Mhm.
For us, like building the organization, we started with 3 girls. We now have about 250 scholars we impact each year, and
Wow.
about, I would say, 1,500 students that are in our online platform. So we decided to digitalize our college prep curriculum to help students anywhere in the country be able to access college advisement and resources and skill sets for themselves.
Wow. And I'm sure because even, I think about, when I was in college, just, the resources, or someone coming to talk to us about different things, like you were saying about the money, talking about investments and how to manage money. I think that's so needed in the universities and colleges today. So I'm glad that you are paying it forward to the young women. Now, when you were growing up, where did you grow up, Ms.
So I
Walker?
grew up in Brooklyn, New York.
Okay, okay.
Yes, in
So,
Bedford Stuyvesant, Clinton Hill
okay.
area.
So how was it growing up? Tell us all about it. Growing up in the city, and just did you know in your mind that was something that you always wanted to do? I mean, how did you get to, empowerment and education?
I don't know if it's something that I always knew I wanted to do, but I definitely saw the resource gaps that we had growing up in, I would say, probably like an underserviced community.
Okay.
We had like our neighborhood, our zone school in Brooklyn, New York, had a 60% graduation rate from high school. So it had been once like the pride and joy of Bed-Stuy, had kind of started dwindling. So it didn't provide the same accessible resources to us. But I took 3 trains to high school on the other side of Brooklyn to be able to get a quality education. And
Wow.
that really showed me like, wow, like there's a lot of disparities between the resource gaps that we have to be able to, be successful and have that ecosystem for us to be able
Yeah.
to kind of thrive as young people. But I think something that was more important was that like I saw that like my community was like very strong. Like although we didn't have like all the resources, what we did have was very was to help ourselves to be able
Mm.
to get to the next level. So I go to Emmanuel Baptist Church, and Emmanuel has a program called Teens That Mean Business. I think the application probably just recently closed, but it allowed for teenagers, the church would fundraise all year, and then they would pay us kind of like summer youth to work for small businesses for the summer. So we could really get an idea of like entrepreneurship and how it worked. We
Yeah.
had mandatory financial literacy classes, and then we also had to create a business plan ideation for ourselves. And I feel like those tools like really allowed me to be able to kind of thrive and flourish in an
Yeah.
environment that wasn't meant for our communities to thrive and flourish. So from there, I feel like that really like ignited like, yeah, I don't have a lot of at that time. I've been out of college for quite a few years now, but at the
Hmm.
time was in college, I was like, well, I don't really have a lot. I don't have a lot of money, but I do have information that could like empower my community. Now we have in our 10-year anniversary, we have 4 signature programs that we run for girls throughout the year. We have our
Okay.
innovation Masters program, where girls can partner with Fortune 500 companies. We have our Girl Startup program where girls can create social impact businesses and win $6,000 in scholarships or to be able to fund their business. We have a Yale program where girls have the opportunity to go to Yale for the summer. And last but not least, we have our Columbia University program that we run on their campus to be able to allow for students to get a feel of what college is like. And that application will be opening in a couple of weeks. So we really want to spread those resources to young people so that they have the equal opportunities to succeed.
Oh, I love that. I love that, Miss Walker. Oh, wow. And so, Someone wanted to know. I'm kind of all over the place because the questions are coming in. But someone wanted to know, like, what is the requirements for getting the scholarships?
So there's different requirements for different scholarships. So we focus on the application portion of it, and then it's up to the students to apply to the scholarships that best suit them as student population. So
Okay.
yeah. So we take them through 6 weeks of like competitive like applications, how to write your essay, what kind of activities you should be looking at and putting on your resume. And then we kind of focus on institutional scholarships. So the scholarships that come from the colleges themselves, because that is the most stable scholarship that students typically get throughout their 4 years in university.
Wow, that's amazing. And so, do they have to be from the New York area, or can they be from, say, North Carolina, or does it have to be
They
New York?
can be from North Carolina. So we do have students in North Carolina, California, Texas, Florida. They can sign up for our platform and review our modules to be able to go through the college prep journey. We have regional support systems for them, and the girls get college advisors to support them through their journey as well.
Oh my goodness, this is amazing. What about international students?
So we have an international portal that we're creating because international students have a different system of getting to, if they're trying to go to school in the US, they have a different process that they have to go through. So we want to be cognitive of that and
Okay.
be able to provide them a separate platform that will allow for them to really thrive in their environment.
Wow, this is good. Now, and I know we have. I see your questions, guys. Thank you so much. We have our information running at the bottom of the screen, but I will let her share some other information that she wants to give. But I want to ask, you have events. Do you have some upcoming events that's coming up?
Yeah,
What do
so
you have?
we have our Women of Color Creating Wealth Awards and Summit. It's going to be our 10-year anniversary of our award ceremony. We're going to be highlighting some phenomenal C-suite women in their corporate careers. These are women that are breaking glass ceilings in their community, but on the front lines of trying to make progress in their corporations so that there is a pathway for young women to be able to thrive inside of their ecosystem. And then we're going to be celebrating our high school and college graduates. We're very proud of them. They worked very hard over their 4 years of high school. Right now, our
Yes.
organization has helped students accumulate about $45 million in scholarships and counting since our inception. So we're very excited to celebrate our 10-year anniversary for sure.
Oh, that's amazing. So, how do you feel? All this is going on, Miss Walker. How do you work-life balance? How do you do it?
Yeah, I feel like when you have something that's like a purpose driven life, there is no such thing as work life balance. We call it like work life integration, if
Huh?
that makes sense. So like if you're doing something that you like love and is like part of, I think like part of your destiny to give that part of yourself back, then all things itself work within that realm.
Yes, because all things work together for the good. I love that. So, what do you do outside of empowerment and education? Like, what do you do for fun to just kind of take your mind off things that someone knows that that you don't do?
For me, I have started taking golf lessons. I think
Whoa!
yeah, like I'm supposed to have my first lesson on Sunday. So I'm gonna let you guys know how that goes. Update. I just came back from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and went to the Black Cowboys rodeo. So
Wow!
all things where the Black diaspora is thriving, our culture is thriving, and its multifaceted nature. So that was a great time to see that part of our culture and like see the Cowboys riding, and it's great. You just gotta. You only have one life to live.
And live it, right? Just live it. And I love that. And golf and cowboy, and just so many things that I think that we are being involved with today that 10 years ago we couldn't do. So it's so good. What would you say to any young person that's thriving with their career, no matter what it is? But what was some nuggets that you would give them to advise them to stay strong and just shoot for the stars?
For me, I feel like young people, like you have so much to offer the world. Like, don't sell yourself short. I saw a question in the comments like about imposter syndrome and your inner critic. Like, you have to be your biggest champion
Yeah.
because everyone has a gift to give the world. You just have to kind of find out what that is. And I think exploring your passions, or if you don't even know what your passions are, just trying things out. This is
Right.
like the age of exploration, to really try things out, see what you like. I thought when I went into college, I wanted to be a finance major, work on Wall Street. My first internship, I was sleeping at the desk. I was like, what am I here? I was like, it was a great experience, right, for me to like learn, be in that structure. But I was like, okay, my heart like lies somewhere else. Like there's things about this internship I really like. There's things I'm like, you know what, I can leave this behind. And I feel like, in order to find what you like and who you want to be, and it's a lifelong journey, it's going to change
Yeah.
over time, but you should definitely try things out and do things that will expand your horizons and your appetite for things.
Yeah. I love that. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever traveled international? Have you ever been out the country?
Yes, quite a bit. I was a book enthusiast as a child, so I would read quite a bit about different places around the world, and I was just like, I have to go to these places and see how these people live and what their culture is
Yes.
like. So I have traveled to quite a bit of countries in the continents of Asia, Europe, and Africa. And yeah, I love it. I love seeing different people, cultures. I definitely recommend that young people and even older people go
Exactly.
and see what other places are like, because it also makes me so more appreciative of home too when I go away.
Yes. Yes, definitely. Visiting, especially visiting Africa, over in Morocco. Um, the culture is different. Even learning, and I'm sure that you speak different languages as well. But when I went, just to learn a little French, a little Arabic, or a little Spanish, learn all that so you'll be able to adapt and know how to get around. Because if you just speak English and try, it's
It
gonna
is.
be
I will say that I am terrible with languages. It's like the one gift God did not give me. And like literally, like people would talk to me in the language all the time, and I would literally be like, I don't know what's going on. But I love the challenge of
yeah,
that and like trying to consume that part of culture. But I definitely agree with you that like when you go to a different place or to a different country,
yeah.
it really allows you to immerse into their culture and through their language learn a little bit more about them.
Yes, yeah, I love it. I love it. So, what's next for you? You have really and just inspired me. The chat here is going crazy. I can't read all of the things here. They were saying that you should, attend the International Black Theater Festival and all this stuff. But what's next for you? What do you see, and where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I was really thinking about that because I'm like young old, and I really see myself like stabilizing the organization. I think one thing that's not really talked about, like in the nonprofit space, is that like founders of color, this a lot of times they receive less funding than other organizations, and it's a battle, right, to make sure that you can continue to provide services to your community and to the people. So I feel like for the next 5 years, it's really about stabilization
Mm,
in the organization and watching our programs and our students flourish within what we've created for them. And
yes,
to be able to do that, we want to be like the Red Cross has been around for more than 100 years, right? We
right.
want people to be like, hey, like 50 years from now, like Seeds of Fortune, like, did you enroll your daughter in that? Or like they're in middle school and they're like, I can't wait to be a Seeds of Fortune scholar. So like
Right.
that's like something that really like warms my heart inside.
I love that. Did you ever think of a number of the people or the girls that you wanted to see come through the program? Has there ever been a number in your head that you wanted to see?
You're gonna think this is so crazy, but the number was 10. Like I was like,
Wow.
if I could help 10, like literally when I wasn't even an organization, it was like a project. I was like, if I could just help 10 people, I would just change the world. Like that's like what the hell is in my mind, right? And it seems so like simple then, right? But like how
Yeah.
people have you had a one conversation with that changed your life or like made you think about something differently, right? I think people think about impact on like you have to like help all these millions of people, right? But like
Right.
we're a community, we're a neighborhood, we're online, right? So our community and neighborhood looks a little bit different. It's multiple states and cities and neighborhoods now. But like
Yes.
when it first started, it was like, okay, let's help these few students like be able to get on their way. Like,
Right.
and I think
I
that's
love
still at
it.
the heart of our organization, even though it's bigger now. So that it's crazy, but the wild card number was 10.
It was 10. And you truly exceeded that 10. And
Yes, definitely.
I love it. So one of the questions on the floor is who inspired you in the nonprofit world?
I never really thought I was gonna be in the nonprofit world. Actually, my career actually started in the music entertainment industry. I
What?
worked for MTV
MTV.
coming
Yeah.
out of college, and BT was my account. And then I worked for Business Insider after that. So I really didn't think I was gonna be in the nonprofit world initially. I think what kept me in the nonprofit world was really seeing like the gaps in resources. So I don't
Yeah.
think a person inspired me. I think my community and us being disenfranchised and
Yeah.
opportunities inspired me because I'm like, when I went off to college, I went to college in a very rich town and there was like mansions. Like I remember one time we were walking in the neighborhood and we were like, oh my God, look at that little house. And it was somebody's guest house. Like,
Oh my God.
when you think about like that amount of wealth, like you have a
Yeah.
house and then you got a house for your guests too.
Right.
And then there's when you go back home, right, to your neighborhood and your community, people are not doing too well and there's not as many opportunities and there's just too much of a uneven distribution of wealth. And I think that really ignited a flame to be like, well, all these gatekeepers, we need to kind of bust some of these gates open.
That's right. That's right. And it's important. And I love that, just, talking and the young folks that's out there, young college girls that's out there listening. One thing I admire about you, a former fellow, it's hard to be a fellow. Okay. And so what advice would you give? Congratulations to you because people that don't know about that, can you kind of explain what that is?
Yes, so I've done a few fellowships in my time in nonprofit. I think the one that kind of kick-started me off on my nonprofit journey was the Clinton Global Initiative University that's ran by the Clinton Foundation. And the purpose of that organization is to bring young people together, but then also to help them cultivate their ideas. So when I mentioned before, like Seeds of Fortune, it was a project that I had started in the summer going into my senior year of college.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, well, once they got into college, I was like, okay, it works. Like something that somebody taught me, right? And she took her time. She volunteered for 6 weeks in the library to teach me, organize my thoughts. Like, okay, girl, don't say that, say this. Like, and kind of replicating that process, it works. So I think through the Clinton Foundation application, it really helped me to kind of narrow in on my ideas and really structure what I wanted to do. I think a lot of times, when people go into entrepreneurship or nonprofit, they do it from a good point, but I think sometimes it doesn't sustain because there's no plan in place.
Right.
So I feel like that application was really helpful. I think you can be between 18 and 24 to be able to be a part of it. The application is now closed this year, but it will open up, I think, sometime late this year or early next year.
Wow. Thank you so much. This is amazing. You have truly, and that's why we have, built this platform, Ms. Walker, to educate, to empower people in their whatever that they want to do in life, because sometimes all it takes is that push. We need somebody to teach us. We pay it forward. And so I really admire and appreciate what you're doing for the community as well as the world, because so many people could be involved. How can people contact you? We have some of your information running here at the bottom of the screen, but how can they get in contact with you if they want to learn more about your scholarship programs or things that you're doing?
Definitely. They can definitely visit our website at www.seedsoffortune.org. They can email me at hello. We like to keep it friendly here. Hello. Seedsoffortune.org in order to inquire about any of our upcoming programs for high school students.
Okay. And one other question for you. Seeds of Fortune. How did you come up with that name?
I get this a lot, and I think it has something to do with my youthism as a college student. And I was just like, okay, seed, like somebody planted a seed inside of me, right, of
Yeah.
knowledge. And then, but I knew that I wanted the organization to be more than just about scholarships, and it was really about us building wealth, being able to remove the barrier of student loan debt to be able to start off our life with wealth and to be able to build wealth without that obstacle in it. So I was
Mhm.
like, if you plant the seed, then we're gonna get the fortune. And so yeah, so I hope that it reigns supreme in people's hearts when we call out for support and things of that nature, and we can't wait to celebrate the 10 years of this legacy that we've built as an organization.
Wow, yes. So are y'all going to do a big event? Where's it going to be
Oh yeah,
held?
yes, we're doing an awards at Chase Bank,
Woo, Chase.
right in the heart of Harlem. They have their community center, and our dinner is going to be there. And then the next day, we're going to be at the Federal Reserve Museum of New York.
Come on. That's what I'm talking about.
Museum with a little bit of black and brown girl financial magic. So we're very excited.
Oh my God. That is amazing. I just speak favor on the event that everything goes well. God has already planned it out. This is going to be just epic. So I can't wait to see the pictures and all that. I know, to say hello, to see the pictures. But any final words you would like to share with us, Miss Walker? Anything that you want to say or give a shout out? I know I want to give a shout out to Raven Robertson. Yep. Shout out to her for making this happen. But any final words that you would like to say to the viewers today?
I would say if you would like to support us and keep our lights on at Seeds of Fortune,
Yes.
you can definitely donate at www.seedsoffortune.org/donate. And we would love to have you a part of our seed investor community.
Yes. I know most of my family out there are watching because they are in Brooklyn. So you probably gonna be getting some emails or some tags or something like that. So we're just excited for what you are doing. I know that the next time I come up top, I'm definitely going to hit you up to just take a tour around, the business area and just, see what I can do to even help from where I am. So if you need us, we are here. But thank you so much. Let's see. We got another question. She, she's nonprofit. Okay, we can look that up. But thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Walker, for coming on the show, sharing this information. We want you to come back, back on the show, give us more information. Just keep us informed in everything that you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Yo,
Really a
well,
pleasure to be on today.
thank you. And you remind me so much of my cousin Deborah. I'm just staring at you. I'm sorry because and she's in Queens, but you remind me so much of her. I just get excited when our women are doing something so positive, to help other women because I always say about pushing it forward and about people can be blessed by your testimony. So I know today someone is definitely blessed by what you said and your encouraging words. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for bringing this to the show.
Thank you so much for having me today.
You are welcome. Whew, that was it, guys. That is Miss Walker educating us today, bringing us some education on financial empowerment and education advocate. She's doing a lot in the community, so make sure you support her. Her information is at the bottom of the screen there. Give her encouraging words, send her donations. Don't just do the talk. Let's walk the walk, pay the money. Let's come on. In order to because it takes the money to make it happen. And she's doing some great great things. So just please make sure you support her. All right. So that is all for us today. We have had a great time. Thank you, Miss Walker. We've had a great show today. As I said earlier, bringing guests to the show. Thank you, Mark. Bringing guests to the show is what we're trying to do here and trying to make the path better for everyone. So we want you to be a part of the show. Please make sure you contact me at Coco McMillan Music at gmail.com. And we will certainly be able to help you. So, Mark, you can take Miss Walker off, and we're going to go ahead and end the show. Jason, hopefully Jason will be able to join us at another time. But as I said to you earlier, Miss Walker had really brought some great information to us. And then just the information before her, what I was sharing with you about you are a winner. You are a winner. Don't give up on God because He has not given up on you. Follow your dreams. As she said, don't settle for less. Don't short yourself on anything. You can do anything through Christ. Everything, all things, everything, all things, anything you can do, through Christ. Just pray. Ask God, what is your goal? What's your goal? What's your journey? He will see it through because He's already set this path for you. All He's doing is waiting for you to walk on it, right? So I want to challenge you today, even today, challenge you to get up, make that step, follow your dreams, seek God first in all that you do. Seek Him first, and He'll set the path for you. All right. Pray about everything. Don't worry about anything, and make a step and get it done. The favor is on your life. The victory is on your life. I'm speaking it right now to you, Cass, Kashana, Pastor Favor, Judy, you out there. I'm speaking life right now that God has something great in store for you, for Mark, for Wayne Booker, for Raven, for Kimberly Thompson. All you guys out there, watch God get ready to work in your life, especially you, Wayne, especially you, Raven, Mark, because you are paying it back. You are paying it forward to people. You are helping people. You are inspiring. So God is getting ready to bless you. And I thank you. Thank you for supporting me and pushing me, and for someone out there, even if you wake up tomorrow morning and you just feel like, another day, another dollar. No, you wake up and say, this is my day. This is the day. This is the day that things will change. This is the day that something is getting ready to happen. I'm speaking miracles. I'm speaking breakthrough. I'm speaking financial blessings. I am speaking just favor on your life. So God bless you. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart. Lean not to thy own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. God bless you tonight. We'll see you on next week. And also, we're going to play this song. Jason is not here with us tonight, but I do want to play his song if we can. It is, the name of the song is Bless My Soul. So check out this video, this musical video from Jason Singleton. God bless you. We'll see you next week.
Got a hand clap of praise.